Ye Junan Dagi Shushi Masija Tamaji to the New Yodabazu, Sanji, Komo Rimuchi Chinija Tobaja, Teacher the Vision number of a Sayabe, Kolo Jajuji Sirimuchi never said on the Samora show.
Please attend to the teaching with the proper correction of your motivation, accordance with the Bodhicitta that wanted to attain the state of enlightenment at the fastest possibility in order to benefit all sentient beings.
Now
the teaching which we are trying to talk, discuss, that's about the Bharat Mandala. We covered a little bit of that yesterday.
Luigi Goya de la Dojin Hejuma 7, Higa Shujuma to Sunola, Pai, Tala country, Yusunju Suni Yusala, Taluji has Suju Sunugo in the Pai de la Gogache till another dejo, Padi Gosha Gilto, Yarala Yiji. Tiniga Tanda Shida Moyime, Kanuma Shija. You give Dache till another day, Niga Tilida, Teve Machanibute. Yang Hu Yime Ya Chang, Kuni Soju, the Wu Yime to Chane, and so here got a year my ship, the Dojina Machiava, so Momat Chesai, Jedon Tiri.
So, now for the actual Bharat Mandala, as we discussed yesterday, that we needed 37 deities to generate inside our heart, and we divided up that syllable letter Pam into 5, and at the center we had that saucer ball and the crest, that squiggle at the top, and from which we created from those 5 we created the 5 Naljamas or 5 Yoginis. At the very center, from the spring creative energy drop, and the red creative energy is acquired from the mother, driven from the navel chakra, and together with them we created the principal yogini at the center, those 5.
Gosama Jegi Kalala, Goji Tanji Zati Martin Goy, Tinsavene, Lugi Chesha Susu Gunze Yundu, Jasam Jizu, Navayeba, Taba, Navayamba, Menzam, Mini, Chabani, Jeje, Tujiri.
So, now the
those jello in bus, Chankun, Nezo Bachian, jello in bus.
So, now for the remaining 32 circular mantra which we have. For the 32, now we have the hairlines, the nadis we receive from the where their hair starts to grow. Again to review.
Tasam sia the Treva, Jiu sia the Tasam Gowa, Jiu the Jizu, you Kakajawari, Jiu sia Tasamri. Tango Mam Soletayo Marimato, Jetayu met some Jevari. That the name so Gila, Somasuri. The name so Jani Jius, Jizuri. So Jeju. Jizu sia the Tago you Satire. Tasam Jizu.
The hairlines, which is right on above your forehead, right? Of course, it is quite difficult for those who are bald to determine, where exactly is the hairline. So you can just have raise it right above your forehead, about 4 fingers breadth. There's the hairline, and then measure 4 additional 8 fingers breadth, and at the right on top there is the crown of head. That's becomes second place where we receive.
난 나와 예바 요마사 나와데 안조 렐레텔 스마 이거 보려래 암조 다트디사 이거 보데 나에 디모데 고거래.
A right ear, that we shouldn't take ears out, but right inside our ear, and from there we receive the
다 따바스게 먼저 따바스게 네 다공 수데 저로도 바고도 가고 요래디 지속이 되었잖아 레벨가 퇴배강을 고거래 다바티 지속이 되어지고 고거래.
So the back of our head, it says back of our head, we might misunderstand just being towards the stem of our back, you know. No, it's just a little bit further down the crown of our head, a little further down.
디저칼레 니어다 칼테와드 노시오레 다 암조 가도데 수지요레 데마샤데 칼테와 마레 나데레 암조게 데마레 다고데 수지요레 대주 수지 토부지요레 데 어디 다베 수레 어디 참데레 다바시야.
So when usually when you observe a skull, the skull cup which is on a crown of our head, that you'll find the way the dividing line is. So it's just below the dividing line, just at the edge of the dividing line on bottom side on your back of your hair, back of your head, back of your head, sorry.
다 되게 세주제 먹어지다 르기 샤샤 하고 그래 도스리 뒤에는 너무 셔봐 되래 다양한테 체유니 수자지게 모이 버디션 거래 체유니 수자지나라 바보바보니 수자지요래 랑고 르기 샤샤데 체유니 수자지다 모지바 임버디제 대나가 자콘이 버디 체유니 수자지게 바보바보 모이 버지 대수 나데다 때문에 바보니 제셔나 아니 르지 제를 전부 차버려.
Now, those I think we don't need to review again since we had them all yesterday, right? So now the places in parts of body from where we receive our nadis and the creative energies. Now another additional thing that we should try to look at these 24 sites on our body or parts of body as being the oneness with the 24 sites or 24 places in the southern continent. The most of those 24 sites are in India.
보도로 붙인 제베 딘조 지든지요 테나를 세우요 다들 비샤라고 말해 비샤 말하는 딘조에 치나다 따위는 세우래 다연히 다sam데 치유데 불을 말아야 세야되 지워지.
So if you would like to know detail about those 24 sites, then you can check with a text by the Pudun Rinpoche, that his commentary on the Heruka, there is quite clear. Now if you would like to know again the hairlines from where we receive nadi, that is also equivalent to the Pulir Maraya. So, and our crown head is the Zalandara.
Zalandara di Naransala Yori, Jagan Rohensu Jay. Naransala Panaman Ma Bordu, Shumige, Pamil Hakonjuri, Kunju Pamines, Ordinary, Dori Jejuri.
So, Zalandara, that is quite close to Dharamsala, that in the valley, you know, if you go by, and there is also one of the shrine of the Pamo or the Vajra, and that is one of these sites, 24 sites. And the right ear is Odiana, and back of one's head is Abutara.
Naoyama Gondari,
and left ear is Godavari,
Menzan Rameshwari,
and between the two eyebrows is Rameshwari,
Meaning the Yokuti,
and two eyes are the Devakoti,
the Yokuti Asansha on the Chimbai, Bedo, Jungshi Shada Chiri, Do Rikoro.
Devakoti.
Kashi Kashamatun Jamanyu.
Devakoti, I also paid a pilgrimage to that place. It is in the east of India, a state named Assam. And I've been to a few of these places myself.
Tabani Malawa,
And two shoulders are the Malabar.
Shinhoni Kamaruba,
And two armpits, they are the Kamarupa.
Numani Uti,
And two breasts are the Oti.
Teoti Shakoni,
Navel, Tishakoni.
Nazukosala,
Tip of nose is Kosala,
Kakalinga,
and mouth Kalinga.
Kalinga, the Tishakoni is Jagasujo.
Kalinga
Oh, yeah.
and
Jamalamaka,
Tishakuni, they are in southern India. Now the next is Lambaka,
he gains
and the heart is Kenji, there's throat. Right before that, Lambaka's throat.
Devuni Himalaya,
And the two testicles, those are the Himalaya.
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 Himalaya singing Misundu de Kongri Lazaru, Himalaya Kongri and Roy is in Beso, Bell to Jindu Desire, Kongri.
So that is the mountain where the last people risked their life to climb.
Samatritapuri,
And the secret organ is Tritapuri.
Tritapuri, the Tanja Kazi, Sakogi, the Bayug Sanatva, Berg Sanam Jimuda.
It is quite hard to get to that site because it is close somewhere in borderline of Tibet and the Nepal, and a name of the Tibetan place called Kuki. It is somewhere around there.
Shanandia Devatar,
And the anal, that is the Griha Devata,
Lani Soreta,
and two thighs, Sorashta, Sorata,
Jamaji So Anandipa,
and two cows, here are the Swarna Deepa.
Swanan Dipati Jagali Yomare,
That is not in India.
Soras to Seri,
Swarn, which meant gold.
Swarna Siri, Swarna,
Swarna is meant gold.
Dipas de Lingri, Selingri,
And Deepa meant island, the golden island.
Seling the Jagal Pan and the Suna the Yobe Kachare, was the money that is on the Guru.
Swan Deepa is somewhere further away from India, which could be reached through the somewhere it's island, the further away from India.
Seling Lobat the Yamadavani, Koramsu, Awas Giori. Tayati Sankarina, Indonesia, Siadu, Dressing to Kain Mana, Seling Lama Chujitaba to you, Chulogido Chuso, such a chire. Tinsan Timema do the Chayumisha.
So that Swan Deepa, earlier I think I heard it, they are known as Awak, and these days they claim to be like another name like Indonesia and so on. But whatever, the Swan Deepa is the place where the Acharya Chujitaba, the Dharmakirti, or the Acharya Swan Deepa comes from.
George Lama Lo George Lo Juni June, Changshu Simjidanga Lansagi Lamatiri.
This is the place where the great Adisha lived for 12 years and obtained the entire teachings of the Bodhisattva.
Yama Modi Belumbache, Selima Chujitaba Jevu Seche, Kun Nambache, Lomakora Ben Namala Jur, Dama Shivuja Dar. And Georgia they pay in churches in Namashu, Chisadiri.
So this is the site where the great Acharya Chujitapa or the Acharya Swandeepa or the Dharmakirti, that who once was born as prince, and which where the teachings of the non-Buddhist teaching flourished. But he himself became a great Buddhist teacher and spread the teaching all corner of that place and became so well known, and great Atisha also paid a special visit to that place, lived for 12 years and obtained the entire teachings on the Bodhicitta from this great master.
Selima Chujitaba, Gomazo, and Kunga Kudun Ju, the Cheden Chimbujo, Rizal, Jesaka Rizal. Cheden get taught the Yamadawa use a taught, Noji is Yori, Shijuji Yori. Till the Sena Polo Virgil, Tinya Polo, Sena Namu, the Tonga Yori.
I heard that the place where the Acharya Swandeepa, after when he passed away, that they made a special stupa that up on the very highest of their mountain, and with it at the top as pinnacle with sun and moon, and at the very top there is a gem, and which could glow at night, and there is no darkness around that stupa at nights.
Teaching the Tsoyo, Tsogati, Mesans, Tombasura, Susu, Tsoga, Sajagushajami. Ani Suzu Goyano to Kelia Recruit of the Nechiko, and Sodalma, Chun Mami, Bareja, and the Tarimun Rugo, Tenalu, the Dotata, but of Niji within the Tenala, Semun of the Ramushi Kemunjuri. Sinakale Yamuachilia, Ramuchi Suzu Goya de Langius, so today or did you?
So at that time, and also that they have a little lake around where people would dive with a bag on their neck and then get the gem from the bottom of the lake, and when they come up, they can find that lost gem and also little pieces of gold and silver and so on, that without too involvement or too much of hardship.
She's a Minsotan, just a Sodima, Sona Chon Roinza, that's when I'm removing nobody. Rabi Omar.
The later, when people's intelligence went wild and getting everywhere, and more things came along on their mind, so thus the gems inside those lakes got scarcer. Now I think there's hardly any or none.
Dotara Barani Jubudinadi, Perla Lama, Keme Lama Chini, Medeze Shanali Yobadi, Medan Jema, the Lagunsui, selling the Sudi Da Sony, the Yosangan, Tasso de Lamas Yuri. So,
even when I came to Tibet, I heard that a couple of lamas, they had a very interesting, the gems or the stones fetched from the Siling Lake or the Swandeepa Lake, that where it has a beautiful color and multiple color and so on. I myself haven't seen, but I do know someone who have seen that some of the lamas have it, and claiming that that came from Siling or the Swandeepa Island Lake.
That's selling Sonale Mudi, Rumuch Tungu Yomari. Selling Rumuch Shedden Virgin, Nabu say a Verde Yomari, Rumuch the Vedorovich and Joson injury, Yomari.
So in that Swandeepa now, the lake does not give any longer a gem, nor does that gem on the top of the stupa glow any longer.
Jagadoji Denge, Joe Janju Chimo Sanje and Roguti, Gamma Zingre. So that is not Dore.
That in Bodhgaya, as you see the stupa, and just on the right side of the entrance, there's a Tara statue, which is named as one of the special Tara to the great Adisha. earlier it was said that it is said that it is the made from Zekim, which means the alloy of this multiple precious substance, and also 2 eyes being of the precious gem or the stone. But now at the present, all you see is just a piece made from stone.
Rinpoche Njungu Cho Nu Sea de Migyo Chuk Dandri, Tayani, Kamalo Migyo Shada Chede Inza, Kube Dire Manjelenge Dandri, the Rinpoche Njungu Cho Nu Sundo, on Joya Kama, no Nia Yagra, Manu de Yuna, Seli Lova Milisho Dugre, Lova Shinju, Chigito Dugre.
So now the decrease in the amount of the decrease or the complete exhaustion of the gem in these places are the environment effect of the indulgence in the 10 non-virtuous activities.
No, de Garantsuk Tunjume de Sadure Soaramato, Tontoyani, let Abagatan, Yamanoshi.
So it is our own impact of our indulgence in the non-virtuous activities upon the environment that they ran out, these precious substances are no longer available. And in a way, it is a blessing. Otherwise, there's a small island like that. If they still have those kind of precious gems and so on, somebody would, out of greed, invade that country, and they will suffer. So actually, that they, in a sense, when we say decrease that it decreased to our perception. That otherwise, a person with good sight, out fortune, and so on, the merit, to them they still might be enjoying those same fabulous environment.
That's when you saw the Basia, Kishamamashia. That's so much Juru Nagari, so much Juru de you Nagari can be Bachi.
So now 2 caps, so on deeper. Now let's not go into too much talk. Next, so 16, that's the 8 fingers and 8 toes are the Nagara. The Nagara is there's also special script which comes from this land named after as Nagara script.
Yusindu Tari, Mochiva San, Yusindu Sajagalri, Cho Sindu Tang Karina, Cho Sindu da Cho Yambaji, Ni Boga, Sundu Yusa de, and Dig Miri, Cho Sindu Mili Trangni Midabar, Sindu Sir.
So the 2 angles, those are the Sindhu. Sindhu is name of river in India. It is the place where the Sindhu with another river, there's confluence of those two, or the sort of merge of those 2 rivers at that spot. So, but the place acquired the name after the river Sindhu. And two thumbs and 2 great toes, they are the Maru. Since the Maru is in the northern India. And 2 knees are the Kuluta.
All those Nishaji, Nishaji de Koludube, Pawunya, Suju de Sage, Tesangane, Teta Ranga Lugi Chashe Nish, Mochiba Masaluton, Lugi Chashe Nishuga Zadida, Zada Kamni, So Yone, Yiga Yigi, Nishuku the Timne, Nishaji, Tepawota, Yerme, Pawun Jil Chogori.
So now this Kuluta, that's in India, the Kulu, named place Kulu, there you will find this place Kuluta. And now, in short, that all those places inside those named parts of body should be conceived as those 24 sites of the 24 sites. These 24 sites, corresponding 24 sites, and when we receive the nadi and creative energy from them, then the material, as a material, and when they arise out in the form of deity, that deity, the female deity, that should be assumed as the inseparable from their male partner, male deity.
다 유니 수자지게 류기 차세 유니 수자지도 뭐 이메도 뭐버지니 대이 자다 감리 자감 자 치료를 제 감 나로 루샤 자 나로는 그 감스디 코어그스로 제니 감 나로 자 나로요 감들 소지야 세문보야 암조 나게 배 내바에 제지야로보다 치마다 주마다 세바다 강고로 감기 깨고 어디 선로부들이 이제 자 나는 거요 되게 감다 자님네 모임에 되네서 런던이 버체네 오모 사업들은 매서 홍홍 매서 브자니 바게 가 유니지 자실 팀다 카다 대바 고성지지 런노지는 좀 세베 카다 대와다 샹다다 샹랑다 저부다 암조 니다 미니다 너무 니제네 네 제게 어다 네 제게 대다 감상동고 말이야 자랑 상동쇼 자 대래런다 니버리체 홍홍홍 배배배 소하세 이제데 팀다 송주 순이 뭐가 리소 대나 용수조발에 바보다 니스메베 바보 나지메 남바체 니시자지 다나 이거 삼아 제부데 네 나지메 남바체 니시자지 아무나 나지메 수다르체 쇼 답디고요.
So now those 24 sites that we should try to convince ourselves that those places, parts of body, and the nadi and creative fluid which are inside them. For instance, like the creative fluids which are responsible for the growth of our teeth, which bear the nails and so on, all those creative energy which flow inside those nadi, okay, inside those nadis. Now, all those nadi all those nadis. So, in those parts of body, they should be conceived or convince ourselves being the oneness with those 24 sites, and by through the receiving of the one small duplicate or sample from every one of them, or duplicate from them, then merger of that, or through the immersion of that with the corresponding syllable letter in order, then they transform into the deity, in a female form, but deity, female deity, but who are inseparable from their partner male deity, and of the 24 places. Then the remaining 8, the last 8, which starts from the Hun Pepe, those 8 which keeps the doors and corners. For them, for instance, like mouth, navel, rectum, and so on, or 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, and for them we receive just the nadi, not really the creative energy. The nadis from these places, and they mix with those last 8 letters in order, and they appear in the form of the 8 who keeps the doors and corner, and they all assume the shape of the Vajra Yogini, being that very female deity, but in the form of Vajra Yogini, but yet also at the same time inseparable from the male deity, male partner deity.
Penu Chile Shana, Trasam the Puller Malata, Trasam, Rang Trasam, the U Puller Malata, Chimay, Mochi in Samaji. Tena Yube, Pauda Pamani Yori, Kendakabalata, Radumani Yori. Tenigi Modi, Zadan Kamni, but Zakam with the Randanivaji Su Che Yoni, the Tamudel Tim. Oda would let in Zadan Kamni, but more image and Omda Sumbudia, Najuma Chilichu. Najuma Chilichu, Najuma Koran, Yontiche. rodomachi. Kenda Kavala Kora Yevde, Kajangachi, Kajanga Tavali, Najube, Yev Kajanga Navachi, Yung de Same Navachi, Doji Najube Navachi, Tatagana Gene Susu, Yuga, Zakanga Tinyosa, Sajati, Yuni Zajiche. Tatena Zagansu Tinyoyade, Zashin Nagi, Paubamuche. Paubamu Rami Hinge, Yigila Timidia, Sal Jayudu, Sagangolo Bamuche. The Karangade, Koranga Yev Paudiche. 다 여기다 용이 고 이름에 받자니 사차선 레제니 하다 산이 저지도 다 고사마 제를 되 주셰도도 거의 알리지 안 고사마 제 가가디요 요시죠.
So now let me take one example, okay? This example will take care of the 24, the first 3 sets of 8. And let's for instance the place right at our hairlines on the forehead. That place, we should try to look at it as a ngojik, which means of the same nature with the Pulimaraya. That name of the place, Pulimaraya. That place or that locality or that part of our body being the Pulimaraya, that site of the 24 places of one nature. And from that side, now the creative energy and the nadi, which holds that, or which channels that creative energy, will receive a duplicate of it, and it merges with the first level letter at center of our heart. And at center of our heart, now this creative energy and the nadi and that which is the nature, which is oneness with the Pulimaraya, that place as material, and along with the slave letter, it transforms into the Rabdumma, and Kantkapala, who is her partner, male deity, that assumes the form of her Kadwanga. So that female deity, inseparable from with her, the male deity, Kantkapala, in the form of Kadwanga, arise in the form of Vajra Yogini. Okay? Arise in the form of Vajra Yogini. So, if that's clear now.
This one. That Gusama Jela to you, Yo Mare. Dinjo Nala, Yo Mare, Yo Bever, Yuju Yogo. Gusama Kaduma in and do Chega Cheni, Chega de Janguja, Chega de Nabure, Hubata Jangu. Chena Chesu Chia de Yo Bever. Kaduma in Hore, Sherede, Domashi Sherede, Charo Dachida Dunkava, Yo Dozu, Donig to the Bever. Samaji Chesu Chia, Yo Chesu to the Bever. That in Chesu go Mare, Kundo, Najuma Kundo Maburare, Kala Suba Guji, Zakano to the Timne, Zano, that Tim unit, that you Suju Sunila, Zakan Suju Sunin Tinsarva. Oh, yeah. The thing you do, Tinsaga, you study the chi, you study the Mochiva, Chemavache.
So, please, with now the 8 Gosama, the one who keeps the doors and corners, that usually they do not have the male deity along with them, but it does not mean that they do not have, but they hide the male deity. Like for instance, the Kaganasa, or the man, that she has a male deity disguised in the crow face, that face of the crow which she has. And those who sit in corner, they are the half. They share the half. For instance, in corners, some have the one side dark blue, one side green, and in those cases, that she hides her partner male deity in form of in different form. Otherwise, they do have the male deity with them.
다 류기 자신이 자지의 지유이 자지 다 되나가 자다 가마听我야지 지유이 자지나 주고 바보다 바모 예시도 요래 대다 지바이 뭐지 지나니 뭐 지바이 뭐지 대랑게 마진들라템.
So now I want to stress again that the creative energy and the nadi and creative energy from that very locality or very parts of our body, that has to be taken as Ngo Chikpa, or the same, or the identical nature, or the same nature with that of the outer one of the 24 sites, corresponding 24 sites, and each merge into the syllable letter.
다 마지를听공주 mambu요 말이야. 상로 동주 mam부래 뭐도 공야라다 대 자리 마대마听下去뭐도 요 말이야. 다가나에 내 제게 가당치다게 수수 네 고제게 자감데 홍로서 인디젤데 손주 수님을 지디디 다 대용수조에 난조만 손주 수님을 줄 and 데 자디 난조 말이야. 감데 가정을 자디 난조를 제고 나노게 감데 자디 용제 나노게 감데 엽제고 그러거든요. 다 자다 감니 니자들이야 난조만 가정도 제고도 줄송산 리래 난조마다 타발의 가정 요케리리 줄송산의 리래
자 난조마다 감데 엽 자 난조마체 감데 엽을
여러분
자 난조마
저 자디 너들이 감데 나노 줄이요래 제가 용데 자래 용제 너데 나노 감데를 엽제고 뒤전로다 되래.
So, to stress it again, that viewing the nadis and creative energy we receive from those 24 corresponding parts of the body, and which are oneness with the corresponding one of the 24 sites of the southern continent, and then we receive that as each merge with the syllable letter, and then there arise that out of the nadi, which is the vessel, container, there appears the female deity, and out of the creative energy, which is held by the nadi, then the Kadwanga or the male deity, that they come out. So, but though there are differences in their appearance, in their normal form, those Daginis, but here they all appear in a uniform form of the Vajra Yogini in the same color with Kadwanga as the hiding of the male deity in form of Kadwanga.
다 중국 송주 수련을 봐. 다 송주 수련을 해서 지대에 도전해 좀做的. 단 늘을 가는마다 가보 이어모들 라마 장고 농어 여로도 건 캔다르마 마보 예모게 조제마다 세부지. 다 사고도 만들이 수마도 요 제가 강가 마보래. 소 다른 타기 송주 순이데 강가로 공도 마보. 조선에 강가로 내주면 너희 샤다지.
So it's real easy, now it has become real easy to visualize, right? It is complicated, complicated in terms of your thought, that the lots of things to deliberate, but in terms of visualization, that you visualize them appearing in the form of Vajra Yogini, the red in color, and now we have 37 deities, right? The 32 plus 4 and one principal Vajra Yogini at the center. Now, except for the 4 who are at the right immediate on the front, rear, right, and left of the Vajra Yogini, who share the different colors, like the Lama, which is green in color, Rupini, which is yellow in color, and then the one is white in color, and Dagini is white in color, right? Which is in front, and Kanarohi, which is red in color, sits at the rear or back. So now here again to go over that when we generated these 37 principles, including the principal deity at center of one's heart, all in the form of Vajra Yogini. Now you should try to think that they being the real.
Rang Luke, Zakang, Chashason, Luke, Zakang, Sunju, Luke, Chasha, in Samache. Chi Dojin Najuma Kuba Sanja Munch, Rang Luke, Zakang, Namatabe, Zakang bed, Sunju Sudanji, Kuni Uyir Mebe Suchani, where Rang Luke Chasha, the Druba in Sama, Mata Timur.
So, minimum that we should try to have this, that they all being the Venerable Vajra Yogini. And also, there also very strong conviction that they being the one's own, the nadis and creative energy of personal body, that pure, very pure personal body, very pure nadis and elements of the personal body. At the same time, those deities being the 24 places and so on, you know, of 24 places. So now the reason why we have arranged in such a manner is that when we start gathering our wind into this central channel, first we gather the wind from the 8 doors. Then when they get subtler, they dissolve into the places of the 24 sites or the 24 places or parts of body. Then when they dissolve into the 4 principal nadis at the center of our heart, and finally into that spring creative energy at the very center of our heart. So that's why, you know, that at the very center of our heart, upon that we have to hold the pride of that being the principal yogini, as well as our own spring creative drop, one's own very part of body, and so on. All those things one must carry on. One must have the divine pride of being the divine, as well as one's own part of body, as well as also the deity from those 24 places.
Tadia Waja Gonga in a Zoring Tobachi, the Long Hiva Duala, Jello Chishu, Lucidere, Lujiga de Gumba, Ponya Rani Tasus, Ponya Sudu Mazu Panjember, Panjetoa, John Ruwa, Panjayoa, Jamata Sewa, Panjel Jamata Samare, Jamata Sudu, Jadino General Tuguyamar, Jali Puse, Tali George, Tali George, Jadili Puse, Jokun Meta Panjenser, Punyari, Punya Singati, you wish you do. So, you was a tragic and get no cane. She shouldn't do you want it. Diani, Punya Sing, you won't get on Punya. That did not in the Punya Singri.
So this is a very profound practice, especially to enable us to receive our whole goal is to attain the realization of the Zorim or the Zorim or the completing stages, which is to absorb, to ability to direct all our wind energy inside the central psychic channel. And through this practice, it becomes very effective, and it is very great, tremendous source of blessing of our nadis and so on, to be able to direct all of them inside our central channel. So thus it is named after as Ponya or the messenger. What is the mission of a messenger? So messenger or emissary, what is the job of a messenger or emissary when we delegate the emissary? His job has at the envoy, his job is to accomplish a mission, right? We send for an envoy or the missionary or messenger to accomplish a mission. So this practice, which is named after as the messenger, his job is to accomplish, to enable us to attain the Dejin or the pristine awareness of non-duality, of bliss and void. So Ponya or this messenger is of three: the best, the medium, and the least. So now the messengers, which are inside are the doors of our faculties. They are the cognitive power. Those are the eight who keeps the doors, and the corner, they are the least ones. So, whereas those who are in the 24 sites or the 24 parts of our body, that those are the medium. Whereas on the four major branches of the nadi at the center of our heart chakra, and that is the best messenger. So those are the So reason we choose to have these three grades, like the least, medium, and the best, because that through the absorption of the wind traffic, or wind, sorry, not traffic, wind from the doors of our faculties, like the 8 opening, or the doors of our faculties into the 24 parts, or the 24 parts of body, then and further the merge of those into those 4 at the center of heart, then only we are able to direct all our wind energy inside the very center, draw everything into the very center. That is the anticipating drop or central sushma. So thus, because of that, these ratings are given.
Tā lūjē tī yāpa gōngkēn tī lā, tī nēnchū mē lūjē tī, dēnchū kū lūjē lē jāng, tā mājī jīpa rē bā tī tab dewa yō rē, mē ngā ndū chī wā, lā tō lāng dewa siyā tī, dēnchū kū lūjē kī sā tāl pā gōng nē, sā kī nē lā gōng wā yin zāng, sū sā chā gāng lā gōng zāng, sō mū chūrū nā gā rā lā hiru kā chūrū gōng gu yā rā gō, tē mū shī lā, ndī rā bā, nā mā tē, Mela ji gongya do pemu ni la doji seba ni gongya do mi ni la be tene tarin tal gongde bare neju ma gi kanga lu su ri je ne ni ge na lu gong sha ba za ge na ne lu gong bare ji za ge chen ne lu gong bare.
So as told earlier that the practice of the Vajra Yogini is very encompassive but very convenient. Very convenient as well as very encompassive. So now here we see the point that here we visualize all the nadis and all the deities right inside, centralized at the center of our hearts. So it becomes inconvenient. Whereas in the Hiruka, that we visualize all of these deities on the tip of each and every one of our parts of the body where we have the nadis. So for instance, that for the Nagara spot or site, those 16, 8 fingers and 8 toes, in each one of the tip of each one of those nadi and creative energy, we have the 16, one deity each, or each Hiruka, so we have as many as 16, and also on the 2 great toes and 2 thumb, we have 4, 1 each, 4, and on Vajrasattva on the 2 knees. So that makes it so many deities to take care of, and in all parts of the body or peripheral, they go all peripheral, whereas here it is all centralized at the very inside one's heart.
Gonggoya gu yongzen guiba rupate long mi shi bi tila ndoya ga tabarwa. Tenye za tenjo ge zadang ge long ga gaba tala gong, la mambu gong le, na tila long di su ju gu ne, su ndoya ga tabarwa. Nanjo ma ko la sa te kanga nalo ru ru gong, long su ndoyo ya ga tabarwa, kunyi la che chi yore. So sinjen su ken ge peru chi che na, ratsundo anyo, lu tsa anyo.
So actually, let me give you an illustration here. That our whole purpose is to gather a whole wind inside the anticipating drop, right? The mishik particularly, or that anticipating drop at the center of our heart, that becomes one of the main aim of the practice goal, right? So I think, have you tent ship? I'll give you an example of how it's more effective. Have any one of us have tended sheep or cow?
Ruba suga so sinja mabirila tsakala tambarawa, tabuna su dugorwa, dudu zana, zibadin roni, tarin talan rukudo, yaba chodan choshodo shosane, tarin talan rumi su nyangin, ruru re tugu redi, kurankale kabuyori, tarin talan sinja tegan rudugori. Tayang ziba jiba sinja geja shadu numu goji, shosidi, sinja ganga geja ruyunga ichi jona, le labuyori. Hada nanjuba luji di dineji inseri. Dinjuba luji di tarin tani gani, zibaga tani gaba najin, koni le che dine yus.
So difference between the Bad Mandala of the Heruka and here in Vajra Yogini practice is a skill in the tending of the cow or the sheep. Like if you have your whole sheep or cattle in the pasture and towards end of the day, and if you have to get them back to the shed, that if you, the one in other case is like a one who runs all around the animal and make a huge circle and get them back. You can do the same, but it really runs your energy out, that it makes you tired. Whereas if you could cry loud enough from the shed for the animals and make them come back to the spot, that's a lot easier on the shepherd. So in the practice of Vajra Yogini resembles very much of the second type of shepherd who screams for the animals and make them come to the shelter.
Then this one, Luigi against us, several shade what to survey, to Sotrala Domain of Jeshe de Goyade. Gay machines of Goda try, I was some simply Chevioris. They share the Transunion land of Chamuchianani. The Dayodo Meadow, Nanjume, Dinju Lebe, Cheju Sungon Chav Payati. Maman did it. And Jansu Sunday long Dona Yokaleja, Mendu Junuchi and the Galeja Inza, Nalin Chevioris. So, so
body mandala, though it took little time, that I made as a real endeavor or took a special effort to make it as clear as I can, since I knew that we have a language barrier, and to make sure that everything is understood, what I have to communicate. And this is one of the factor which said that it excels even that of the practice of the Heruka. It is one of the special feature of this practice. And as it is a source of the tremendous blessings and the blessings and inspiration, and with the great hope that you will incorporate that in your practice and you have a good understanding of that, I made this special effort to make it clearer and clearer and make myself repeat several times. And that is my wish, and rest is all up to you. And please that make sure, this is the one of the most blessed, one of the greatest source of the blessing and inspiration in the practice of Vajra Yogini. Because of that importance that I'm trying to stress myself by taking the lots of time and repetition for the same teaching.
That is Jaguma Tindivaja. Taponya Sung Sewa Siadi, Baubami Jinjila, Ponya Sung Sewa, Ponya Sunde, Ponya Rita Sunde, Dagidi Mare, Yon Rita Sunde, Ponya Rodi Leji Punya, Ridi Haji Punya, Tamashiji Punya.
So now this takes care of our body mandala. Now next step is to blend the three messenger, or Ponya Sum Sewa, or receiving or absorption of the three messengers. And that's different from the kind of messenger we talked just before this. Those three kind of messenger, least, medium, and the best. Please don't get confused between the two. They are two different things. Now here, the blending or the dissolving of the three messenger into one sub meant the simultaneously generated messenger, the messenger born from mantra, and messengers born from the field or the land.
Ponya Sung Sisia, Ponya Sung de Yishiba Goya, Tajende, Yishiba Sotimia, Yishiba de la Rub de Dire, Sanje Sake, Cho Juna Juba, Sanje Tamjer, Faber the Womeji Shina Juba, Sanje, Dojinajuma, Dojinajume, Womegi Shingisi, the Tawakaji Shina Juba, Najumayari, Hodi, Dedache.
So, so now the it is the in fact it is the invocation of the wisdom beings and absorbing of them into yourself, absorbing of the wisdom beings. Now the simultaneously generated messenger, it is all the yogini in all the Buddha field, especially those who are in the Agnishtha pure land.
Yu Yishu Zajina La Babu Nyeji Zhu Yo Redi, Ti Yosala Ti Segmar, Koludumba Latu Juzani Deda Debe Jingo Yunsu Zuba Ribe Charnu Member, Teodata Zhu Yosari. 제가 유자지나 유배 보고다 내주 말아서봐. 어다 늘 신지지 분야스 그래. 아주 도스단이 시간 넘버 잡았으나 요아마도 시간데 미일로 말해. 되나다 주되게. 대선에다 내가 저번에 다신신선의 요소에 나도 제장 초고래.
신기 보냐. 신기.
신지.
So, and in the 24 sites that there are, it is said that in all the 24 sites there are innumerable number of the great messengers and great practitioners, and also it is said that in each and every one of those sites there are the entire mandala of the great Heruka present all the time, and it is so those messengers are called messengers born of the land or the field.
다 가상한도 누가다베 내주 가도라 도가는 옷에 주 세제 탐제를 보니 세제 타제 도지를 좀 고만을 거셔야 봐 어디 늘 가지지 보냐래.
Now, as you remember, during our section on the purifying the all sentient beings, yoga of purifying the sentient beings, at that time we dedicated the light from our heart, and you have led all sentient beings to the state of full enlightenment, right? You remember that. Now those enlightened Vajra Yogini, those are the born from mantra, messengers born from mantra.
누가다베 내주 가라 뭐 제가 저 인디 말에 뭐 마도 신진소들 상제를 거 요도면 상천지요 말에 여바 지자 뭐가 좋죠 여바 지자 너다 전전 된고 배나 내미 제도에 내가 제도에 도가는 어제 주 신진 타지지 리죠 배 상제 공부를 소운도 너무 여바도 소소된 거요 양파 주 신의 리죠 배 뭐가 이제 참 못 쳐고요 데레 용도 대자들이 가지지 분야서 신진 타지 가르쳐 봐 데레.
So, for the messenger born from mantra, it says that those who have transformed into all sentient beings who are transformed into deity. Now, we did that, right? We transformed them into deity and enabled them to attain the state of the enlightenment. Now, believe and be very conclusive and decisive that they are enlightened. Don't have any skepticism about it. Don't feel indecisive that it is just my imagination or my belief, but sentient beings are still behind. Never think that, just all sentient beings are enlightened, shije, which means that you believe strong and never think that they are not enlightened. That's just at my imagination level. That if you do that they are enlightened by the touch of that light. It is very powerful and beneficial. For instance, when you do the rapid recitation, that you send forth the light and purify all the negativities and enable them to attain enlightenment and so on. And you keep on repeating the same thing over and over. But each time you do a complete cycle, you receive the same benefit of doing the same. So now here for the blending or the sieving of the three messengers. Now those three messengers we have discussed, right? The entire Buddhas and entire Vajra Yoginis of the whole everywhere, or the entire Yoginis of the old Buddhas and all of those we invite, and now invitation. Invitation is through the three, the mantra, the mudra, and tingizin, or to the single-pointed concentration. With these three means, we invite them. Please, mantra, the mudra, and the single-pointed concentration. The mantra is that pen, you say.
tingizin dinde rangi toge bangi de wuse mabu chui ne mesam ne tön de na ki kham tha je chem ne wuse dige gangolo chen to mi ba che ya de mi ba che ya le tingizin sigre.
So, tingizin, or the samadhi with which one receive them, or concentration, is that through the delegation of the red light generated forth from your cerebral palm, going forth from the forehead of yourself, and inviting and visualizing that, inviting entire all of them towards yourself.
차자는 말왜 차자스 그래. 다 강가 제신 거 요도 그래.
This watch, this one, this mudra. This is the
조만이 추 대문이 지제 고문이 지제 라마시야 정 그래.
to ingest
제고 영어 대도수소 뱀스도 강가 이정 그래. 수지고 있는 강가 이도 파정.
Stretch out the leg when you do that.
태무겠네.
So now here, as you got the hand mudra, that your leg, stretch out your leg a little bit, stretch out your legs,
자자된 데케 노수요문이 아케 온데 제외 가도 데케 영고를 지지 예고를 지지 그래. 영고를 송야 요래. 담보 영도 고더니 예고를 송야 요래. 영고를 송야 요래데 영고를 지 예고를 지기 되게 와다.
So and then raise from your left just up to the level of your forehead and do the one counterclockwise and a clockwise. One counterclockwise first, then clockwise. Okay, that is enough. There is also saying that you should do the three counterclockwise and one clockwise, but it looks that just one counterclockwise and one clockwise rotation is adequate.
다 자자도 시작해요. 미야 영원이야 도시야 젤다고.
So when you are trying to lift your mudra, when you have it landed on your hip, your eyes should also look down on it, and keep your eye looking at the mudra, so you keep looking at it throughout the sequence.
That's also said about the lady Gugumare, Chiamare, Ranchigo, no in any Gongwa Tawas Pajon, Como Yeva Gitemo, the Yembe Temunusia.
So,
and the Pemsia, the Chimbozilla, Chitila, Jaro, and the Timbo.
So, when you are in a gathering with others, you may not do that, but when you're by yourself, then you should stretch out your leg a little bit, and if possible, you should have your two great toes meet against each other. Press your left great toe by your right great toe, press against the left great toe by your right great toe, and also the sound you should make fairly loud so that you can scare a crow should there be one just right outside your door.
Pada Adam Masung Datungur, Pemsia de la Pangol and Duni Yori, till other Tungor. Yaguji Yori, Mother Tungor. Pemsia.
So, also be very articulate that when you say the mantra, because you should be able to produce all these three sounds of the pa and ah and ma, because there's pa and a and ma, right? So pa and ah and ma, those three you should try to make a proper sound to make sure that you are giving out all those three. So be very articulate.
다 딩에제 될라 도가라야 방이 니게나라야 류지가 다 손주 수도요리 다 손주 수도 참모로라 수수 도가 중중도 손이 이제 방이 가진 거요 인자 다 손주 수도 그 도게 방이 이쯤은 난다들래 어제 마부 짜주다고 추이니 어다 참고 강가에 추이는데 매산에 터는 초주 신강 라자바 참네 제정 미미버지 데레로라 마차나 좀으로하지 손주 수도가 좀 추주되게 도가 방이데 난달리 추이는데 되는 매산에 터 초주 소에 대제정 미미버지니 다 제도도 알로 처마셔리 어다 강데 되디지야
So in terms of concentration, if you are capable, then you can visualize that from the tip of this nanda of all the 37 deities of the body mandala you have, at heart of every one of them, they have celebrated palm. So from the tip of the nanda of each of those palm, there comes forth a light in the form of hook, and which goes to the whole Buddha field of the entire 10 direction and invoke them. And if you have difficulty to do that, then you can just have the light generated out of the principal yogini at the very center, from her celebrated palm at her heart, then you invoke, generate the light in the form of hook and invoke the wisdom beings.
다 제자야 되라 조주시가 라잠나 주베 우제 마부디게 나카 타쳐도 버쳐데 조주시 라잠나 주베 사제다 자주 심바다 파오다 내줘마 어디니 강가로베 다 아니 다 인들어 랑게 로다베 내줘 거기 랑 두고 우제게 시제 타지게 디지요 시제 타지 내줘말이야 고샤바 치유니 시 자신의 주베 보다 참말로 제장요니
So now the guests or the beings we invoke are the Buddhas and Buddhisans and great Buddhisans and great Vajra Yoginis and all of those who are abiding in the innumerable numbers of the Buddha field in the entire 10 directions, and also all those sentient beings whom you have enlightened by the touch of the light during your yoga of the purifying sentient beings. And the third, all the Viras and Viranis of the 24 sites and so on, that every one of them are invited here.
다음에 조지 참제의 제장고야 돼. 사탕상 제베네 좀 지고 나봐 말해. 지고 내줘마다 유사 춘주다. 도저 제다. 도지라와 메리다 제베베 땡다 땡바 용서 제장고래. 땡다 땡바 용서. 나면 나서로 제장요는 나카 관대래. 띵네 나카 관이 마보이 바자는 수 원의 사진의 랑비버지 오쇼긴 지지 간 띵오 초선 상원의 제장요네 다 소소소요도 지고 말어 지지를 팀 랑은 누가 나갈래요 차선지를 주로래 차선 지고데 공배 지고 나je 또 도지라와라 콜라르 메리다 집에 나도 들어je 되나 아니 가르쳐 그래 춘주에서 도진해 줘봐 어디나 역해지게 차선시를 줘.
So that when you invoke them, that you should invoke not like the single deity coming along by herself, but the deity with the residence, the Chunjung, and with complete mandala, the Chunjung and the cemeteries and the water fence, then the fireballs around that, the entire mandala, and with the entire mandala residence and the resident deity herself, that from all 10 directions, but from all 10 directions, from the filling the whole space, and also the huge rush of them coming from the bottom of one's earth and so on, from the whole 360, all around that coming, and they all, since there's so many of them, then they start merging one into each other. And when they reach on the crown of one set, then they all become one set. They merge into one set, they complete, identical to one which one has. That's again the mandala with cremation grounds, Vajra fence, Vajra canopy, then the fireballs, and so on. Every one of them present.
다 고슈 진이 제வர் 다들 배당 되다 시험 거죠. 강가로 신글 다 답을 신자고 보고래야. 단자 후 밤호 해야 되라. 자 세두자는 자주 찾아져네. 제정배 다 차선 지구대 그런 것도 수제 메토드 미사가 수로지. 수고 수자. 단지 20번 단지 배고 수고죠. 고제.
됐어.
홍수도 마팀 주제.
That's what. So the za, as you saw the mantra when I requested to watch, that that is the mudra of the hook, to come, and whom that they all come alight right above the crown of one's head, or right above, and second, then they all start entering inside. They start merge in. Home.
수야 되네. 조던 주만 하는 주만에 제정은 내주만 수. 랑이 추주의 제정은 추주수. 송거를 송거주. 두저를 두저수. 제정 잡은 차성 다시 20번 강요. 다시 버들 마슈 잡고. 자스 지금 가르쳐도 수요. 홍수 마슈 부슈제.
So za. So they come, and whom they enter, they merge. That is the Vajra Yogini into Vajra Yogini, the Chunjung into the Chunjung, the cemeteries into the cemetery, and they just they enter into their respective places.
조원이 미리 발기배 수수되게 다시 바까지 요요 뒤토르배 제정을 마슈. 홍수배 마슈.
So whom that with that all the wisdom beings you invoked, that they all merge into the commitment being, starting from the principal deity, clear out to the fireballs, that into their respective spot.
다 밤호죠. 밤수도 20바다 다시번이보다 예르메도 반지. 왜나 출 기다스나 루데 되나 오마지 루야나 아니 오마디 추난 줄르데 베라 집어 매버지 거시에서 오마가 아버지 거시에서 추가와 대용아 되게 만지버려. 다 좋아지고 주셔위네 아니 자녀용 배 집어지네 가가사네 매버 리도를 다 나지 토마 슈베고도 슈도 만지지. 아니 밤수도 뭐 예르메도 리네 여자는 매켈 지금 수원사마지.
So with Pam, then try to think that they merged into each other and became inseparable from each other. Inseparable. Let me give you an illustration that it is the sequences like if you pour a glass milk in a glass of water, that it means for a while you see a thickness of milk, more milk in certain places and in some clear water. Then when you stir it up, then the water and the milk, they blend into each other and they become inseparable. So with this palm, that the what has entered and the place and where it entered, they become oneness with each other.
다 호스도 이메도 바 지진도 슈바 이시바다 단시발마 슈주슈 이메 레데 배 이시바 단시발 주진도 보라 아이에서 말아서 남도요. 배 도니보라 아이에서 뭐 요시 시그리 데레자 데레 멤버 이시바 제 정바데 단시발마 슈야데 배 투신도 니네. 배 니진도 슈네 니파카가산 지주메케 저저 모두 주바데 데와 메바르 지바 배 So,
with Ho, you should try to think that the absorption or the merge into oneself as a commitment being and those wisdom beings entering into oneself is out of their great pleasure, that out of their great willingness on their part, they joined. That not that they don't quite want to, which we may feel sometime, or that they may not want to. But never feel that. That try to convince yourself that they join with most willingly, that the most happily, that most pleasingly they joined and ready to stay with oneself until one has found that essential enlightenment. Please watch this mudra you try to do, please do it really, not ostentatiously, but just make it like you're really doing it properly, okay? And it is to do at 3 spots. Now try to do along the. This is Vajra feast. And like as if you're opening a flower. Lotus. Now then you rotate like the fully blossomed lotus, circling. Start with your small finger and then open the rest and in a clockwise circle, back. Yeah. You start with the small finger with your right hand and close with it first and last the index finger, whereas with your left hand you start with your left index finger and end with your small finger, at the end. So don't make it too wide open, because then when you do it a little closer, it symbolizes also your fingers being connected by the web of the light. Once at the heart, the circle of the lotus, once at the heart, and right at the side of your breast once again back at your heart, one circle, and right above your right breast once, and once again repeat at the center of your heart once. And with that final round, then you end with the mudra of the embrace. So, concluding with the mudra of the embrace, again is symbolized the non-duality of the method and the wisdom, or inseparability, inseparability of the method and the wisdom. So, again holding a strong divine pride, that I am the wisdom of non-duality of bliss and void. I'm the wisdom of non-duality of bliss and void, and which is your thought or mind in that state, and to symbolize as the expression of that wisdom in the form of mudra. So those are the 5 mudras we do, or that's mudra symbolize that thought. Please, so that round of the fully blossomed lotus, making 5 circles, even if you can't finish the 5 circles, it's all right, since the mantra with which we try to synchronize that mudra is fairly short. So that is the, I think,
Xinjin Rin, Neji Rub, Kaji Tama, Chego Mandosam, Ganda Yime, Peme, Lantamu, Jew Jang, the Jashu Simba, the Jew Abu Jang, and Jiring the Toban Hezi, Jewel Jirocha, and Jiring Yansulan, the Dema Matone, Jiring Toban Hezi, Jewel Jiwadella, and Haji Sari, Haji Jipunyam.
So, lady, the one who has the Kim Toba Timbusjo. Kim Toba Timbusjo. Tumu Juja. So, messenger here could also mean the ladies. And one who has the
Tomo Langi Jujo, Miyoja Sianda, Vadawa Sumbu Yawichijang, Tessadas on shoe, Dansi Su, Gomja, Jiring Toba, where Ozer was Jiring Toba, Yahomane, this is John and Hajik level.
So, one who has the full training of the renunciation, bodhicitta, and the right view of the understanding of the right view, or the shunyata, and after that, the one who has obtained all the 4 initiations, and through the maintenance and kept the old vows and samaya pure, whatever one has pledged to do so, and then through the practice, if one has a fairly competency in the insights of the developing stages, then could be decided as the born from mantra, a messenger born from mantra. So this is the least So whereas here, the born for mantra or the least messenger is the different. During our practice of the purifying all sentient beings, that we have transformed the all beings, irrespective of whether they're male or female or human or non-human, that we have purified every one of them and enabled them to attain the state of enlightenment. And the kind of messenger which we are trying to see, or the mix or the blend, is is them, that we are going to seep out them.
That Xinji Suru, Xingham the Jiume, Xingham Daba, Nero, Tindesiano, Yang Xinghana Jene, Kashan Najumi Drubadu Tinde, Pata de Peme Tameba Ine, Yang Nashi Chile Legi Pachar will say Yumbakudu, Yang Nanjuba Jisu Zone, Kajo Chidu Yumuri. Ben Trube Peme Chine, Susu, the Trune, let them go so the Unitimato, Kajume Truba, Najume Truba in Insegra Chigumar, Jesus Gao Yuki, and to the Bob sooner, and she can Kaju Lumus Chiduki to the Shinji. Dana you such in the Gideva to Shinji.
So the messenger, so born on the land, in a sense that land like 24 sites and so on, or especially there are lots of the messengers or the yoginis of the Vajra Yogini herself in the form of ordinary emanation, emanated in the form of ordinary lady to take care of their disciple with whom they have a very special karmic affinity. And so even though they are the real Vajra Yogini emanation, but they take only care of those with whom she has the special karmic affinity for that very special emanation. So those are the messengers born from the land or born from the field.
Sanje Sarvata, and Sunju Gupan, Lobe Sunju Todebata. Don't you say Todeba, the Ray in any Legish Puja Secret, Rabdiri.
So those who are already enlightened, or those who have attained actual clear light, or the Tunjus, or those who attained or those who acquired, or those who attained the actual clear light, those are the simultaneously generated messenger. So
Zakam Rendi Tasum Shengwa, Kanga Shengwa, my Shemba, that Nagubo Yujin de Gun the Lord Chajume, Dona Shinjume, the Gazi Zogi Gun Salo Dodon, Nagumshe, and Yujin Niku, the Guns Kemare.
So those are the three kinds of messenger. And also now let me explain you about the least, medium, and superlative nadis and elements. Nadis and elements, and what are they? Because we need to be informed about them, since we are going to do this practice properly. And if we don't know much about them, and especially when we have to do the meditation in a dark room, the darkness out and darkness inside, because of not knowing where our one is going, the next darkness follow, there's a slip. So we have to know what we are going to do.
Then engineer Gongo, Tusan Gonso Bandi Chevore. Tisa did a Majaja, Kake Maja Gone be Gomba is Chigon de Gomele Gom. Then the Gon Sadi Kayamari, Shayamari, Tomani the Gongo Lavacham. Then the chicken, Londonalda Yamari, Kangalo, Milamekadi, the Chuzo Chagachi, Pichati Javainza, Tusan Chiviori. You are the Kashetino. Tusan Jamo, Yigila Chain, Yiglo Shans John the David Arata, David Lo, and Gome, Jume, Gavaza, soon the way such a unity, Gom Deke, or to so, Kangashe. That's all the Tasum Shengwari,
So now we have to do this sequentially, to do a proper practice. First, we need to study that properly, extensively, then deliberate about the subject we have studied, and after the deliberation, then only we can meditate properly with it. Then we become resourceful. That without any of the resources, without any knowledge of the resources of the subject matter of the meditation, we tend to catch the meditation first. That doesn't work. I'm not saying that every one of us here are not that vulnerable to that because of accessibility to a center where everyone is wanting to study more. But I do find people that who are very well read and they are educated to how to read, write, and so on. So they get a book and read and get to a few points which they seem to like a lot and meditate and come out with nothing. And such things can be detrimental. So now let's discuss about the nadis and the elements. And they are of three kinds: the medium, the least, medium, and superlative. So those nadis which are in the Ombugoje, in the 8 doors of our faculty, at the door, eight doors of our faculty, those are the least. Eight doors, or I think I may not elaborate. Now next, those which are of the 24 sides or the 24 other parts, they are the middling. And the 4 major branches at the center of one's heart, along with the center one, that is the primal. So now as we have rated the nadis into the best, the middling, and the least, and in the same way creative energy inside them can be also determined in the same fashion. And they are the inner messenger. So at present we try to do the regards, or we try to, with a sincere conviction, that try to think we have received the wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void, right? That we believe we received it, but we don't have it yet. So we induce all 4 bliss, supreme bliss, exceptional bliss, and in simultaneously generated bliss. And on the 4th, we try to contemplate on the emptiness along with it, and with our whatever capability or with whatever understanding of the emptiness we have, that we try our best and carry on our practice. So, as it's we do it, even though we haven't entered the course yet, even though we haven't entered the path yet, we do it. Now that practice that becomes the least. So now and after that, when we get into the Kirim, or the developing stages, and where we receive the understanding of the emptiness, or our perception into emptiness through the ideation, a perception into emptiness through ideation, or in the form of Tunji or the generic image. sorry, through ideation is better, that through the ideation, and though we do not yet have the direct non-conceptual understanding of emptiness, then through the further improvement in our understanding, and during the completing stages, on the fourth stage, actual clear light, when you get the direct non-conceptual understanding or the apprehension of emptiness, all those realizations are the
Tonya Tobaya Yor, Tonya Sachirini Yor, Lamashone Yor, Tonya Tujisu Toba. Redine, the Lechi Yaru Yaruchi, Tonya Musundo Matobato, and the Jingri.
So,
Tonya Musundo Toba, Lechi Ishige, they don't Lechi Ishim, Tonya Musundo Toba, versus Sunju Kela, and reduce Tela, Rabri, Tadela, Sawa Punya Rabri Tasus, Chi Punya Rabri Tasu, Nanga Zakang Punya Rabri Tasu. So
they all through this, when we understand the emptiness through the ideation, and it as it keeps improving, that wisdom of non-duality of bliss and void, of such an understanding, like understanding into emptiness through ideation, that is the secret messenger of the middle kind, and after we call it resultant clear light and Yuganata, that since after the reception of the direct non-conceptual understanding or the apprehension of the emptiness and the wisdom of non-duality simultaneously generate bliss and void with the direct non-conceptual understanding of emptiness, then that kind of realization is the best kind, is the best.
Tayani Salo Chena Sansung Punya de Hakosona, Mova Yeje. Punya Sombuti to say on the Jang with Punya Ritasun say. Nongazakan Sudula Yube. Zano debe debe mabache. Chi punya de la tene do sene di jegina. Chu tangje rangi zhube dongba nye re. Dongba nye isa dongba nye ke dongji do yindu. De dong lenji ji yina chu ma de ba meba yindu. Chu tangje rangla do debe zuru ji ge. Chu tangje be rangi kona lu de ba de denjo ke cheshu re.
So now these three kinds of understanding, which are the three kinds of messenger in terms of understanding, three kinds of messenger that we got other sets, now receiving every one of them and the mixing all of them into one as into the wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void. The bliss, the donkey, bliss and void, then as the all phenomena being void of inherent existence is equal, is uniform, then you feel the presence, the ones are being the all phenomena, they're bound by the all phenomena, being bound by one's own wisdom. And that is the uniqueness of the Heruka, that all phenomena being in oneself.
제가 추 탐제 넘버 답에 다니데 가오스 가지 zon도데 데레 제 추 탐제 다니 레싱 마르 와사가만 코미치나 추 탐제 가리마 사두리라 강가 추 리디오레.
So then in that case it makes sense when we say that I am the embodiment of purity of entire phenomena, then it makes sense. It does not mean that I am the stone, mountain, and so on. So if you think, it does not mean that. I am the embodiment of the purity of which is the being lack of inherent existence, and that is me, that is myself.
다 고차고고리야.
So next is the adorning of the armaments.
고차고야 그거 거르서나 다베 이시버치다 제장 제로 뭐부슈 차르제 제로도 파 예만도 치료파만도 야지. 제로도 바셰로보다 너가 제대로 수수 뭐요 참주해. 마로도 괜게 버르보고 수치다 수주는 마토 접주고. 노네지야 푸시키. 랑송야래. 랑송 고차죠. 랑송 대베만 더고 말이 파종을 파종야 농다 메다단다 메다난 하마데 요 말이데 진도부터 시작해는 파 예중고 선샤 랑송고 고차죠. 대안하죠 랑송고 고차되게 바체 송고 이상 고차고
So now the donning of the armaments, that is for the defense, to defend all the blessings we have received. The offense, to destroy the negativities and so on. Like if one goes to a war, a soldier has to be prepared for two things, the defense and offense. That he needs all the equipments necessary to defend himself as well as, but just defending is not enough, but he has to also do the offense on others. The offense equipment he needs like the arrow and the swords and so on, which is done in those earlier days, and shield, armor and so on he wear in order to defend himself. In the same manner, now we try to put on the armor and shield and so on of the deity so that all the blessings and inspiration and all those we receive, stream of blessings received so far inside us will be fully protected and defended.
고차고야 데라 답디부레 다웨 진고 샤다레 다웨 진고 네나 수상도 네 데로 네 가제 요레서나 고차주 고차주라 다웨 진고 주소 용거레.
So the donning of the armaments here is again very simple and convenient, and we have them on a moon disk and reflection of that required deity in the moon disk. Now there will be 6 spots or the 6 locality, and with the 13 moon disks.
다웨 진고데 가바고 그랬으나 때월지.
One at navel.
나라 내주가 고도마 서서 제 여러와 때와 바바게 워 샤게 치로 바살라데라.
So just between the flesh and the skin at the navel, or where one appears the radiantly red-colored Vajra Yogini, you visualize a moon disk.
다 강가다가래 바바게 워데 고주래 치로 고주데 고도 마부임바데 다가 되고래 데 노로데 샤바게 참라 다웨 진고 때월지 니발지.
So your outer form and color remains same, redness, but you have to visualize those inside your skin. One at navel, one at heart,
칼지
at mouth.
칼고야 지기자를 고고래.
So place where you have at mouth is at the bottom of the tongue.
카도마달라 다갈루샤나 야 대로 그러고 지자와게 샤바게 상고 그래. 칼지
Bottom. Roll your tongue up and at about skin bottom, and one at the forehead.
제와
Forehead and corner head.
지수 지데.
Right at the corner of your head.
뭐야. 말해서 다이라 탐제라 시야데 카제레.
So you have 5.
봉배 봉구지 세제제스 그래. 봉구니 제무니
So as it says, now remaining 8 extremities. The extremities are the 2 shoulders and 2 elbows and 2 hips and ankles.
Yes, why? Sounds why?
That sounds.
Bungo, de Tsirwa,
La Rai.
Jimbo, Chima,
Also, not elbow, but wrist.
Gamboge Gonsi to the Bugunsi.
Wrist, please. One at the wrist, each at the wrist.
Says Trabani Tsini, Jimoni Tsini, De Tsini, Gonsi, each Tsini.
So actually, you place them at the joints, shoulder, and also wrist, where you have your joints, and at the hip joints, and then at the ankle joints. So we have 8 major joints. Whereas we have about 360 minor joints. So in each one of those places, now you have you visualize a small moon disk, okay, small moon disk, and now instead of the deities, we just place the syllable letters, 6 syllable letters. Yogini, Tsem, and Mongchema, Mohini, Techema, Trakchema, and Chandrika. So those are the 6. You have, no. No. So now you have those Vajra Yamani, and Mohini. Mohini. Kyabje in Tibetan, or Sachalani. And Trakchema, or the Samtrasani. And Chandrika. So these are the 6 deities, but we don't visualize the deities, but instead the syllable letters. We label them with the syllable letters. So at the letter on the moon disk, you just reflect the letter in. So if you have it above, you might feel a gain as our mind as it goes. You might feel that it feels discomfort. Om and Pam, red in color, which is color of the Vajra herself. At center of one's heart, Ham and Yam, which are C syllable for the Yamani. So in most of the texts, they have the O on the Ya. So they say Ham Yom. That's a mistake, please correct that. So Ham, and please, it is also in Sudana, it says Yam, Yom, please correct it to the Yam. And that is the Sachalani. The reason how it came to Yom was that at one time they tried to make a crescent moon, and someone read it as O, So they made it. So it is a mistake. So it should be
다
young.
지 자발라 요야게 칼 요야게 나시 되고라 심몽 신이고 그래.
So right at your inside your tongue, now you have the rim and mom,
가브레
white in color.
모제 모래. 다 모제 모래.
There's Mongchima or the Mohani.
다다 신지마데 호보레. 이게 호보레. 다다 모제마데 이게 가르보레.
The early one, the Yamani, she is blue in color. That this Mohani, that's white in color.
다 트월레 요야게 나와 지모 기소 데레. 저제모 싱 신이고 그래. 세보레.
So at the current one said, in the place for the Kyabje Ma or the Sacha Lani, we have the him, which is yellow in color.
저제 마텔라 도바지요. 저제 이다 중제 함 공연지레. 배차 커셔나 다들 등도지 중제요레. 커셔나 다리 무지 저스요레. 단디 타지 배치 저제 숨고요레디. 저제 타지도 아이마인데도 고아요 토는 저제 중제라 데레 세토야 민두. 다 거르베 깨두고 돈 따고르데 하게 도 거리요니 지다는 마도 알리 다 적으면도 소야지. 용디 저제 있는 중제 있는 미신 다 너질 저제 세리 비상 패셔. 서 지조도 나외 지모들라 홍이고 홍홍 정훈이.
So there's a little disagree. No, I can't say disagreement, but there's little confusion about the Kyabje Ma. There's Kyabje Ma. I'll discuss with Tibetan or Sacha Leni that they say Dongche, which means one which nurtures, or Kyabje, one which goes. Okay, that there's difference between the two. That some say should be Dongche, or some say it should be Kyabje. But whatever, but it is later, it is mostly decided. In most of the texts you'll find Kyabje Ma these days. So Sachalani at the crown, and crown of my head is now the Hung and Hung.
신이부터 세부 이마 저제면데. 오야. 지속의 홍이부터 자제면 뭐래. 라 자제면 정구래.
And the Hung and Hung at the crown of one's head, which is the nature of the deity, some Trasani, that's green in color.
다 연락 탐제를 폐폐도 가스도 연락 탐제해야 돼. 다 지신 제부들이. 폐폐니 이게 폐니 너도 되가. 강가벌 폐니리 제자로 정보다.
So at all,
치마다 봉구 강가다. 나카 제자로베 폐폐도 아니니 고주리.
so at all my limbs, as it says, that pepe, smoke-colored. Now those 8 spots once again on the 8 major joints, the shoulders, waists, wrists, hips, and the ankles. That smoke-colored pepe.
뭐야? 다 얘기 거야 돼. 사이고 뭐 사다 채요 말해. 다 될어 어제 주고야 돼. 조신 라와밖에 고 말이에요. 라와밖에 숨나다 이게 수술 어제 주고 숨. 다 어제 주고요는 지수고 정부들 어제데 마트네. 내 세부대 거 두고 샤무권대 버서 주고 그래.
So
어제데 샤바가 산마 주고래.
now these are the syllable letters, they being in fact that respective or the corresponding deities which we mentioned, right? Now, from these letters, we have to emanate the light, which we refer back to the great Siddha named Dawapa or Chandra, that he said that each letter radiating light. In his one of the texts, it said each letter is radiating light. So in that case, the one which we have on the crown of our head, which is yellow in color, then it radiates down, and as if we are wearing a yellow hat right inside.
That rim seven you would delay the agenda, cool, Jango Kayumurva, Rim delay, always a seven general matrini, color, the river, Rim Moyo Sakaba di Bado, Kakibado, was a Kabure, Nashi Sebure. That's and Joseph loved the
So now the white color that is between the crown, the forehead down to the mouth.
Kagarimo Kavole was a Kava Matrine, Ninge Hubutika Tubure.
So that white color, it goes clear down from your mouth down to right above your heart.
Paj and the Pungulamoto, the Manduchio Mare, Pungubato, Pepe Sadere.
And it shouldn't go further than your shoulders.
That was a Kava de Hubuluton, Nigala, Ha, Nero, Hubudilema, was a Hubutrine, they were on Balutur, Mabudil Tubure. So,
sending forth the blue color from the heart, then it touches the ompam, which is red in color.
That all bandit was a marble march in the Jingoge. Pepe took about the two, and the Gongal Mandujo Mare, this having got devil Soluchi was a Mauchi Congre.
So, from the ompam at the navel, then we send forth the red light, which goes up to your hip, and I shouldn't go further than that down.
Sunday, Toga television, Toga Timal to Tima Toga Zuguti and Shayo, Chibari, Chimu Toga, Pugum Toga to Tele Toga, Congress Zugu and Shayo, was it Toga, Yala Jijali.
So from smoke color from the two shoulders, the light goes clear down to your wrist, and touching at the wrist, then it fills the entire length of your fingers. Same thing goes from the hip down to the ankles, and ankles to the tip of all the toes. So filling entire parts of one's body with this color.
Oh yeah, that was it. Rubuti, Soga Truyo, but the Shaki Chilo, Baba Sam, Shabaka San, Teddy Ked, Kubziki, Dumba Meva. Odilla Bashe, no you some meva, Noguru Pai turned to some meva, Samsung Kenji, Gosha Hamutugi, Mui, Samba Gosha Bamutugi, Mui, Samba Jenny, all those songs.
So these light which protect oneself, they fully protects oneself completely, that there's not even a single hole where one a pin tub or needle could prick in, that which can fully protect, not sending out any powerful attainments or any blessing inside out, or neither allowing any obstacles or the harms from outside in. So thus try to feel that you're fully protected by these layers of the color, which is right inside or right underneath your skin.
Yeah, that's how he. Sanjay Shindo made the